So, you want to know why I'm breaking up with you? Okay. It's because you finished first. And I know that a lot of other guys do. Come on, we've been honest with each other. You know that I've had other boyfriends, other lovers before you. What the hell? I have brothers. With other guys, it's every now and again. But with you, it's all the time. At home, in that porta potty at Point State Park, even on that plane when we were going to Toledo. And I am pissed. I mean, you've finished and I've barely even started. You just don't seem to care. I mean, I'm trying to finish as quickly as I can, and you're rolling your eyes. You've got your arms crossed, and you even have the audacity to make bad jokes about it at parties. It's not the love thing. I do love you, but I've made up my mind. I can't live with you any longer. And it's all because of how quickly you can pee. It became so clear to me that night that we went to the Bare Naked Ladies concert at the Post Gazette Pavilion. We got there early. We were still in the parking lot. We both agreed it would make more sense to use the porta potties rather than risk long lines inside. They were all in use, but when one became available, you were kind enough to let me go first. I went in and I was wrestling with my clothes, bib overalls, of course. I was unbuttoning, unbuckling, unzipping when I heard you entering the porta potty next door. I hadn't even turned around to sit when I heard you exit. With a guy, it's zip, whip, but no wipe. You have no idea how difficult it is to go in a public women's restroom. When the door into the restroom opens, your challenge has only just begun. You are usually greeted by a mirror. I think this is a devious architectural delaying tactic because you're also usually waiting in line. So you take mini eternity to do your first hair frou-frou. Finally, you get to the head of the queue. A stall door swings open and somebody's grandmother shuffles out, clutching her purse. You have no choice. You have to use that stall. There are 17 women behind you with busting bladders, blathering babies, and bad attitudes. Now, it would be entirely different if no one else was there, if you owned the place, like the woman's room at Home Depot. Oh, wow. You can pick, you can choose, you can look in and see which stall has toilet paper. You can reject a stall because it's not been flushed. You can even use the handicap stall with all that glorious space with no guilt. But no, you're not at home. You're not even at Home Depot. You've got no choice. You've got to use that stall. Before you even close the stall door, you notice the dewdrops on the seat. And you wonder to yourself, how do they get there in a women's room? So, with resignation, you turn, close the door. Again, you turn around and face your antagonist. First, you see that there is paper in the Iron Maiden of a holder. You know what I mean, that huge roll of paper locked behind a translucent piece of plastic, and the end of the roll is dangling just inside the shell, protected by a series of serrated teeth. These are designed to bite you as your fingers fumble to retrieve your prize. But lo, like an angel from the heavens, the end of the toilet paper finally descends, and you are able to wipe away the sins of the surface. Thus begins the great disrobing. First, the purse, which, if I'm really lucky, there is a shelf. If not, a hook. But more often than not, just the floor. Then the coat goes on the hook, and last, my glasses. Yes, my glasses, because I blow my nose. Then my suit top, then my pants. We are not even going to talk about a skirt and hose. Now, we are just going to assume that the floor is not a disgusting swamp like it was at the Bare Naked Ladies, because if it is, Then I'm on my tippy toes. I've got my coat on my back, my purse in my teeth, my right hand on the wall for stability, my left hand pulling aside clothing that is around my knees, and I am praying for accuracy. Now, because I'm being nice to you, we've ignored the skirt and hose, the swamp, and now I'm going to give you a bye on my period. You're welcome. Finally, Her Highness gets to sit upon her throne and address the business of state. For this one short, brief, fleeting, shining moment during this torturous experience, it is good to be the queen. But alas, all too quickly it ends. And again, you have to face the serrated teeth of death. With a careful grab of tissue, a conscientious wipe of the nether regions, and a hearty hi-ho silver, the re-robing begins. Now, it is my personal policy not to flush until you are quite ready to exit. That toilet is a grenade with a pin pulled. When you hit that valve, one of two things is going to happen. One, you're going to be hit by toilet water shrapnel. Or two, that bastard is going to overflow. You've got to be ready to run. And may the son of a bitch who invented that automatic sensor toilet flusher thingy be damned to hell, because that thing goes off while you're still getting up and gets you splashed again, every time. Then you face a waterlogged counter. No place to put your purse, a sink dirtier than the toilet, liquid soap that looks like Pearl Jam, crotch crumbs splashing at the next sink, an empty towel dispenser, that stupid hand hair dryer sucks rather than blows, and you just end up wiping your hands on your clothes. You exit the stall and are immediately reconfronted by another mirror. You do one last makeup check, hair frou-frou, and exit the women's room, hoping never to return again. You have escaped the obstacle course of diaper tables and dirty towel dispensers. You are free, alive, and in one piece. And there stands the man you love, arms folded, rolling his eyes, and whistling the theme from Jeopardy. So you see, I have no choice. I have made up my mind. This thing has grown between us, and I'm pissed off. I am going to miss you. You're a sensitive man, a giving friend, and a really adequate lover. But we can't change who we are. I need this. Please remember, we will always be friends. And from now on, I swear that I am only going to date men with enlarged prostates.